Have you ever wondered why so many people spend years working, dreaming, and hoping, yet never become the person they wanted to be? It's not because they're unlucky. It's not because life chose someone else. It's because ordinary effort creates ordinary results. That truth is hard to hear, but it's even harder to live. Most people wake up, do only what's required, complain that nothing changes, and then wonder why their life looks exactly the same a year later. Success doesn't care about your excuses. It doesn't care how tired you are. It doesn't care that you had a bad day. It rewards one thing and one thing only: relentless effort. If you're waiting for motivation to magically appear every morning, you're already losing. Motivation is temporary. Discipline is permanent. The people you admire aren't successful because they always felt inspired. They're successful because they worked even when they felt nothing. They kept going when nobody was watching. They kept showing up when there was no applause. They kept sacrificing while everyone else was making excuses. Look at your own life for a moment. Be honest with yourself, not with your family, not with your friends, not with social media, with yourself. Are you really giving everything you've got? Or are you giving enough to make yourself feel less guilty? There's a huge difference. Many people convince themselves they're working hard because they stay busy. But being busy isn't the same as making progress. You can spend 10 hours doing things that don't move your life forward. Or you could spend 2 focused hours changing your future. Effort isn't measured by how exhausted you feel. It's measured by the results your actions produce over time. If your life hasn't changed, maybe your effort hasn't changed either. That may sound harsh, but sometimes the truth has to hurt before it helps. The world has enough people making excuses. It doesn't need another one. Every dream has a price. Every goal demands sacrifice. Every level of success asks one question: how badly do you really want it? Because everyone wants the reward. Very few people are willing to earn it. Everyone wants to be fit. Few people want to train when their body hurts. Everyone wants financial freedom. Few people are willing to spend years learning, failing, improving, and refusing to quit. Everyone wants confidence. Few people are willing to face the fear that creates confidence in the first place. You don't become extraordinary by wishing for an extraordinary life. You become extraordinary by doing what ordinary people refuse to do. The uncomfortable truth is this: your competition is waking up early. They're learning while others are scrolling. They're practicing while others are sleeping. They're improving while others are complaining. The question isn't whether someone is working hard. The question is whether you're willing to work harder than the version of yourself that keeps choosing comfort. Comfort has stolen more dreams than failure ever has. Every time you choose the easy path, you're quietly telling your future that it doesn't matter. Every time you delay your goals until tomorrow becomes another excuse. Life changes the moment your standards change. The moment you stop accepting average effort, average thinking, and average habits is the moment your future begins to look different. Remember this: ordinary effort creates ordinary results. If you want an extraordinary life, you must become someone who does extraordinary work consistently, not occasionally. One powerful day won't change your life. Thousands of disciplined days will. And that's where everything begins. Now let me ask you something. When was the last time you did something that truly challenged you? Not something that was easy. Not something you already knew how to do. Something that made you uncomfortable. Something that made you question whether you were capable. If you can't remember, then you found the reason you're standing still. Growth lives on the other side of discomfort. You cannot become stronger while protecting yourself from struggle. You cannot become wiser while avoiding mistakes. You cannot build a life that stands out if your daily routine looks exactly like everyone else's. The truth is, average people don't become average overnight. They become average one small decision at a time. One alarm they choose to snooze. One workout they decide to skip. 1 hour wasted scrolling. One excuse repeated so many times that it starts sounding like the truth. Those small decisions don't seem dangerous in the moment, but they slowly shape your identity. Every action is casting a vote for the person you're becoming. When you choose discipline, you're voting for a stronger version of yourself. When you choose excuses, you're voting for the same life you've been complaining about. Your future isn't built in one dramatic moment. It's built in the ordinary moments that nobody sees. The moments when you're tired. The moments when you're frustrated. The moments when quitting feels easier than continuing. Those are the moments that define everything. Anyone can work hard when they feel excited. Champions work hard when they feel nothing. That's the difference. Stop waiting to feel ready. You'll never feel completely ready. The perfect moment doesn't exist. The perfect opportunity doesn't exist. The perfect conditions don't exist. If you're waiting for life to become easier before you give your best, you'll be waiting forever. Life rewards action, not intention, not dreams, not potential. Potential means absolutely nothing without execution. There are millions of talented people living ordinary lives because talent without discipline is wasted. Meanwhile, people with average talent but relentless consistency continue passing them every single day. Never underestimate consistency. One page read every day becomes dozens of books. One workout every day transforms your body. One skill practiced every day changes your career. One disciplined decision repeated for years can completely rewrite your life. People often ask why success takes so long. The better question is why they expect it to happen so quickly. You spent years building your current habits. Why would a completely different life appear after a few weeks of effort? Real change takes time. It takes patience. It takes persistence. Most importantly, it takes the willingness to keep going when you can't yet see the results. That's where most people quit. They plant the seed. They water it for a few days. Then they dig it up because it hasn't become a tree. Success doesn't work like that. The work you're doing today may not pay you tomorrow. It may not pay you next month. But one day you'll wake up and realize every early morning, every sacrifice, every difficult decision, and every hour of focused work has been building a version of you that your past self wouldn't even recognize. That day isn't luck. That day is earned. Stop comparing your beginning to someone else's finish. You don't know how many years they spent struggling in silence. You only see the result. You don't see the lonely mornings, the failures, the rejection, the doubt, the countless times they wanted to quit but didn't. Everyone wants the spotlight. Almost nobody wants the years spent in the darkness earning it. That's why extraordinary people are rare. They're willing to do what others won't. They accept that greatness demands a price. And instead of complaining about that price, they pay it. So ask yourself again, are you serious about changing your life? Or do you simply like the idea of changing your life? Because those are two completely different things. One creates action. The other creates excuses. Your future is watching every decision you make today. Make decisions that your future self will thank you for, not decisions your present comfort demands. Let me tell you something that most people never want to admit. Life is not unfair because it's difficult. Life is difficult because difficulty is the price of becoming someone greater. Every person you admire has carried a weight that most people would have dropped. They weren't born with some secret advantage. They simply refused to stop when stopping felt reasonable. Think about that. The difference between ordinary and extraordinary is often one more hour, one more attempt, one more day of showing up, one more decision to keep going when everything inside you says, I've done enough. But enough has never built greatness. Enough only keeps you where you are. If your goal is an ordinary life, then ordinary effort is enough. But if you dream of financial freedom, a healthier body, a stronger mind, a successful business, or a life that inspires others, then ordinary effort will never be enough. You cannot expect championship results with average habits. You cannot expect a powerful future while living a comfortable present. Comfort is addictive. The more you choose it, the weaker your ability to face challenges becomes. That's why every small act of discipline matters. Every time you wake up instead of sleeping in, you become stronger. Every time you study instead of wasting another hour online, you become sharper. Every time you choose practice over procrastination, you become more dangerous in the best possible way. People think confidence comes first. It doesn't. Action comes first. Confidence is the reward for keeping promises to yourself. Every promise you break teaches your mind that your own words can't be trusted. You tell yourself you'll start tomorrow. Tomorrow comes. You don't start. You tell yourself you'll exercise on Monday. Monday arrives. You don't move. You promise yourself you'll stop making excuses. Then you make another excuse. Little by little, your mind stops believing you. That's why discipline isn't just about getting things done. It's about rebuilding trust with yourself. Imagine how powerful your life would become if every promise you made to yourself actually became reality. Imagine waking up knowing that if you say you'll do something, you will do it no matter how you feel. That kind of self-respect cannot be bought. It has to be earned. Understand this. Feelings are temporary. Your goals are bigger than your feelings. Some mornings you'll feel unstoppable. Other mornings you'll feel tired, discouraged, and unmotivated. Those mornings matter even more, because anyone can perform when life is easy. Your character is revealed when life becomes hard. Pressure doesn't create character. Pressure reveals it. When challenges appear, they expose who you've been becoming every single day. If you've trained yourself to quit, you'll quit. If you've trained yourself to fight, you'll fight. Your daily habits are preparing you for moments you haven't even faced yet. That's why every decision matters. Never tell yourself that one day doesn't count. One day becomes 1 week. 1 week becomes 1 month. 1 month becomes 1 year. And suddenly you're wondering where all the time went. Time is moving whether you move or not. The clock doesn't stop because you're tired. The calendar doesn't pause because you're afraid. Every sunrise gives you another opportunity. Every sunset asks the same question. What did you do with the gift you were given today? Don't answer that question with excuses. Answer it with action. There will always be someone who is smarter than you, someone more talented than you, someone with more resources than you. But never let there be someone who simply wanted it more than you did. Effort is one thing you completely control. Nobody can stop you from giving your absolute best. Nobody can stop you from learning. Nobody can stop you from improving. Nobody can stop you from becoming stronger every single day except you. At the end of your life, don't let your biggest regret be discovering how much you were capable of after it's too late to prove it. Don't let comfort write the story of your life. Let courage write it. Let discipline write it. Let relentless effort write it. Because ordinary effort creates ordinary results. But extraordinary commitment creates a life that most people only dream about. There comes a moment in every person's life when they have to make a choice. Not a choice between easy and hard. A choice between the life they keep talking about and the life they're actually willing to earn. Because talking is easy. Planning is easy. Dreaming is easy. Execution is hard. And the world doesn't reward intentions. It rewards results. Read that again. The world does not pay you for what you plan to do. It pays you for what you actually do. Too many people spend years collecting motivation instead of building discipline. They watch videos. They read quotes. They wait for the perfect feeling. But inspiration without action is entertainment. If every motivational video you've watched hasn't changed your habits, then you've only been entertained. Real motivation doesn't end when the video ends. Real motivation gets up and starts working. You have to become obsessed with progress. Not perfection, progress. Some days you'll improve by 1%. Some days you'll improve by almost nothing. Some days you'll feel like you're moving backwards. Keep going anyway, because success isn't built from one giant leap. It's built from thousands of tiny victories that nobody applauds. People love the finish line. They rarely respect the journey. But without the journey, there is no finish line. Stop chasing shortcuts. If shortcuts actually worked, everyone would be successful. The reason hard work still matters is because most people refuse to do it. That's your opportunity. While others are looking for the easiest path, become the person who is willing to take the hardest one. Because difficult roads create strong people. Easy roads create comfortable people. And comfortable people rarely change the world. Look around. How many people settle for good enough grades, good enough health, good enough relationships, good enough effort? Then they wonder why they never experience greatness. Good enough has destroyed more potential than failure ever could. Raise your standards. Demand more from yourself than anyone else ever will. Not because you're trying to prove something to other people, because you're trying to become someone your future self will be proud of. Every day you delay your goals, life keeps moving. Your competition keeps improving. Someone else is reading while you're making excuses. Someone else is practicing while you're procrastinating. Someone else is becoming the person you said you wanted to become. That should wake you up. Stop competing with people who are doing less than you. Compete with the person you could become if you gave everything you have. That's the only competition that truly matters. You have more strength than you realize. But strength is useless if it's never tested. You have dreams bigger than your fears. But dreams remain dreams until they're backed by action. You have time, more than you think. The real problem isn't a lack of time. It's a lack of priorities. People somehow find hours to scroll through social media, hours to watch videos, hours to complain. Yet they say they don't have 30 minutes to improve their life. That's not a time problem. That's a decision problem. Your future is built by what you repeatedly choose, not by what you occasionally wish for. Imagine where you'll be 1 year from today if you stop making excuses right now. Imagine how different your body could look, how much your mindset could grow, how many new skills you could master, how much your confidence could increase, how much your income could change, how much stronger your character could become. 1 year. That's all it takes to become almost unrecognizable if you're willing to stay consistent. Most people underestimate what they can accomplish in a year because they overestimate what they can accomplish in a week. Be patient. Be relentless. Keep showing up. There is no secret. There is no hack. There is only work. Focused work. Consistent work. Uncomfortable work. And that is exactly why so few people ever reach the top. Not because they couldn't, because they wouldn't. Make sure that isn't your story. Now let's talk about the one thing that separates people who change their lives from those who spend their lives wishing they had. Responsibility. The moment you take full responsibility for your life, everything changes. Not because life suddenly becomes easier, but because you stop wasting energy blaming things you can't control. It's easy to blame your past. It's easy to blame your circumstances. It's easy to blame other people, but none of that moves you forward. Every second spent blaming is a second stolen from becoming better. Your past may explain where you are. It does not have to decide where you go. The moment you stop asking, why is this happening to me, and start asking, what am I going to do about it, you take your power back. That is the mindset of people who win. They don't wait for perfect conditions. They create progress with whatever they have. Maybe you don't have the best equipment. Start anyway. Maybe you don't have enough money. Learn anyway. Maybe nobody believes in you. Work anyway, because belief from other people is temporary. Belief in yourself is built through action. Every challenge you're facing today is an opportunity to become stronger. You can either let pain make you bitter, or you can let it make you better. The choice is always yours. Remember this. The gym doesn't get lighter. You get stronger. The work doesn't become easier. You become more capable. The obstacles don't disappear. You become the kind of person who can overcome them. Stop asking for an easier life. Become a stronger person. That's a goal worth chasing. Too many people spend years searching for confidence. Confidence is not something you find. It's something you earn. Every difficult conversation you have. Every early morning you don't skip. Every promise you keep. Every fear you face. Every challenge you refuse to run from. All of these become bricks that build unshakable confidence. One day you'll look back and realize the things you once thought would break you are actually the things that built you. Don't run from pressure. Pressure reveals potential. Diamonds are formed under pressure. Steel is strengthened by fire. Your character is forged in the moments when life becomes difficult. So stop asking, why is life so hard? Start asking, what is this hardship trying to teach me? There is a lesson in every failure. There is wisdom in every setback. There is growth inside every obstacle. The people who succeed are not the people who avoid failure. They're the people who refuse to let failure become their identity. You're going to fail. You're going to make mistakes. You're going to have days where you doubt yourself. Good. That means you're doing something that matters. Failure isn't the opposite of success. Quitting is. As long as you keep moving forward, you haven't lost. You are learning. You're adapting. You're becoming. Every setback is preparing you for a comeback. Never forget that. The strongest people are not those who never struggle. They're the ones who refuse to stay down. Every time life knocks you down, Get back up with more determination than before. Let every rejection fuel you. Let every disappointment sharpen you. Let every obstacle strengthen you. Don't waste your pain. Turn it into purpose. Turn your frustration into focus. Turn your fear into fuel. One day, people will look at your success and think you were lucky. They won't see the lonely nights. They won't see the sacrifices. They won't see the tears, the failures, the doubts, or the moments you wanted to quit. But you'll know. You'll know exactly what it cost. And because you paid that price, nobody will ever be able to take it away from you. Always remember this. Ordinary effort creates ordinary results. If you want a life that is extraordinary, then your actions must become extraordinary first. Not tomorrow, not next week, today, right now. Because every minute you delay is a minute you'll never get back. Your future is waiting. Don't keep it waiting. Before this video ends, I want you to make one promise. Not to me, to yourself. Promise yourself that when this video is over, you won't go back to being the same person who clicked on it. Because knowledge without action changes nothing. You can watch 1,000 motivational videos. You can read hundreds of books. You can listen to the greatest advice in the world. But if your actions stay the same, your life will stay the same. Nothing changes until you do. One decision can change your direction. One habit can change your future. 1 year of relentless discipline can completely transform your life. The question is not whether transformation is possible. The question is whether you're willing to earn it. Stop chasing motivation. Start chasing mastery. Master your habits. Master your emotions. Master your excuses. Master your discipline. Because once you master yourself, the outside world becomes much easier to conquer. There will always be people who doubt you. Let them. There will always be people who underestimate you. Let them. There will always be people who tell you your goals are unrealistic. Let them. You don't need everyone's approval. You need your own commitment. The loudest answer you can give to doubt is results. Results don't argue. Results don't complain. Results don't seek validation. Results speak for themselves. Imagine yourself 5 years from now. One version of you chose comfort every single day. That version kept saying, "I'll start tomorrow." Tomorrow became next week. Next week became next month. Next month became next year. Nothing changed except the excuses became more believable. Now imagine another version of you. The version who decided that enough was enough. The version who got up when it was difficult. The version who kept working when nobody noticed. The version who refused to let temporary feelings control permanent dreams. That person isn't special. That person simply refused to quit. Both futures are possible. The only thing separating them is the choices you make after this moment. No one is coming to save you. No one's going to hand you the life you've been dreaming about. Nobody owes you success. Nobody owes you greatness. If you want it, earn it. If you want respect, become respectable. If you want confidence, do difficult things. If you want success, become the person success is looking for. Every sunrise is another opportunity. Every day is another chance to rewrite your story. Don't waste that opportunity wishing for an easier life. Build a stronger mind. Build stronger habits. Build a stronger character. One day, you'll wake up and realize that the life you once prayed for has become your reality. Not because you got lucky, not because someone helped you, but because you made a decision and honored that decision every single day. That's how extraordinary lives are built. Brick by brick, choice by choice, day by day. Never forget this message. Ordinary effort creates ordinary results. If you truly want an extraordinary life, then your effort must become extraordinary too. The pain of discipline is temporary. The pain of regret can last a lifetime. Choose wisely. Choose courage. Choose discipline. Choose the harder path, because the harder path often leads to the better destination. And if this message gave you something to think about or push you to look at your life differently, I'd be grateful if you subscribe to the channel so we can keep growing together. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like. It helps this message reach people who may need to hear it today. And I'd love to hear from you in the comments. What is one excuse you're leaving behind today? And what is one goal you're finally committing to? Your story could inspire someone else to stop waiting and start working. Share your experience. Encourage someone who's struggling, And let's build a community of people who choose discipline over excuses and action over comfort. Thank you for spending your time here. Now close this video. Get up, go to work. Your future is waiting.